When I bought my 2019 STI, I expected a few things. I expected the quickness of a 2.5-liter turbo engine. I expected great all-wheel drive handling. I expected to get a friendly Subaru wave from other WRX owners passing by. I expected all-around driving enjoyment. But what I did not expect was this. $4,538 miles. I'll turn it off. Let's try again. I have AAA, but since this was a new car, I called Subaru Roadside Assistance. In under 5 minutes, I had a jump start arranged with a local service. While I was waiting, I thought I'd open the hood. Just opening the door caused this to happen. The car started freaking out. Here's what the original battery looks like. There was no brand name on it. All it had was a sticker that said Subaru of America. Help arrived within 30 minutes to jumpstart the car, but they would not be able to test the battery.
Okay, sir.
Are you able to test the battery? Thank you.
No, I just was admiring the car.
Did you hear that? He stopped to admire my Mustang GT. Well, you know I can talk all day about my cars, so I proceeded to give him an earful.
Yeah, no, and I just love these cars.
This car is a 2016 Mustang GT. I call it the Silver Bullet. It's got a very rare black and red interior.
Nice.
I love this car.
I love it already.
I got lowering springs. I changed all the speakers and put a subwoofer in it.
Right.
It's got an XPEL protection on the front.
I noticed that.
Yep.
Yes, yes. Nice.
And it's got a battery that's over 3 years old. Its number once gave me a problem.
Wow.
And that car is 8 months old and the battery's dead.
We'll figure it out.
So life's a cruel joke sometimes, you know?
But I love it.
Thank you, man. I love that car
I
too.
love it.
What nice people they were. They got the car started, but since the battery could not be tested, I was not confident that the battery would hold a charge, and being that I needed to drive a 200-mile round trip that day, I left it home and took the GTI instead. I did not want to be 100 miles away and have a dead battery. Since I had to work, I didn't have time to drive the car and give the battery a chance to charge. So before I left, I called my local Subaru dealer to schedule an appointment to have the battery looked at, and while it's there, I'll have the first oil change done. Luckily, they had an opening for the very next day. So the next day, a few hours before my scheduled service appointment, I tried to start the STI, but as expected, the car would not start. The battery was dead again. This time worse than before, no lights would come on at all. So once again, I called Roadside Assistance for a jump start. I requested they arrive 45 minutes before my service appointment. That way, I could leave the car running and drive right to the dealership. Sure enough, right on time, one of the people from the day before came to jumpstart my car again.
Thank you.
With the car started again, it was time to get to the dealership. But before I go, there's one more thing I have to do. Whenever I take my STI out of the garage, my Mustang takes its place. Now we can go to the dealer, get me an oil change and a new battery. Okay, I just found another problem with the car. My window works. The passenger side front window does not work. Nothing's locked. They should work from here anyway. So they have to now look at why my passenger side window switch doesn't work. Okay, I'm just noticing something else as I turn on the AC. The modes for the AC aren't working right, so I'm going to hit the AC button, the recycle button, and now it sounds like the frost right now. Okay, I have it set for the top, and nothing's coming out. Wait, now it's coming out. This thing's acting all funny. So now this is working here. It's coming out the top vents, which wasn't happening a second ago. Now if I switch modes, it should be coming out top and bottom. And it's only coming out the bottom. It's no longer, so my mode is set for top vents and the bottom. I'm only feeling it at my feet. And it's no longer blowing here. What in the world is going on? So I hit the mode again. Now it's just the lower ones, and that's working. That's defrost, and that's working. So now I'm switching to just the top vents, and I only feel it at my feet. Now it's coming out these vents. Hit the mode again, and it should come out here and here. So now it stops here, and it's only coming out down there. Does anyone want to buy a slightly used 2019 STI? I never thought I would say these words, even joking around like I am here. I was starting to freak out a little bit, as you can tell. I've only owned the car 7 months, so I wasn't expecting any issues. Be sure to come back for part 2, where you will see the service department, wild animals, and other Subarus waiting to be adopted. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.